Welcome back to Public Friction. Today, we are looking at a classic example of how a simple, lawful activity can quickly turn into an unnecessary confrontation. Our auditor is standing on a public street, simply documenting the exterior of this financial institution and some nearby landscaping. He is completely within his First Amendment rights. But as we often see, being in a public space does not always guarantee common sense from those watching. Watch as a bank employee decides to step out of her professional boundaries and into the public right-of-way, allowing her personal suspicions to override the law.
Huh?
Are you filming us, or what are you doing with your camera?
I'm recording.
For what?
Taking pictures.
Of the bank?
Yeah, I was doing my investigation, but then they caught my eye, so I was going to watch them cut down this tree. For this bank here. Do you work here?
Yes.
Oh, okay. What's your name?
No, I want to know what your name is before I give you my name.
But I got to make sure that you're the person that I can speak to.
Again,
Yeah.
who are you?
I'm just a guy out here exercising my rights.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you have a problem with that, or?
Well, I have a problem recording my customers.
Yeah, I was checking out your bank here. It's a pretty cool looking bank.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you said you were doing an investigation.
Right.
What are we doing?
Oh, I can't really hear it. Nitrogen, I'm gonna come over here. All right, so I couldn't hear you.
You said you were doing an investigation.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be filmed.
Is your money secure at this location, you would say, or?
Again, what's your investigation into
On the bank.
You need to call the cops.
Wait, why would you call the police?
Because you're not giving me information.
I told you I was gonna watch them cut down the tree and stuff.
That's not gonna happen today.
Again, just because a law-abiding citizen refuses to hand over his personal information in a public space, her immediate response is to call law enforcement. This is a classic tactic used by individuals who demand compliance where they have zero authority. Using the police department as a personal customer service hotline for bruised egos is not just an abuse of the system. It is a complete waste of hard-earned tax dollars.
Oh, it's not?
Nope.
Dang.
So what's your investigation?
Well, now it's back on the bank again. Yeah, just checking it out, looking at your facility here.
You have to understand my suspicion of a guy with sunglasses, hoodie, mask.
But you have
camera.
sunglasses too, and you have
These are
long
my
hair.
glasses.
You have long hair.
Okay. Well,
So
I
I'm
don't-
just protecting my
my
identification.
privacy rights. I don't want to be.
Maybe you should put on a mask then, like me.
Okay.
Do you guys have like a vault at this location or anything? She's talking about my identification and me hiding my face and whatnot, and me wearing glasses, but she's wearing glasses as well. Yeah, we were just, you guys saw that, we were just simply looking at this tree here. So how you doing?
I got called over.
For what?
I guess the way you look here and you're recording the bank.
The way I look?
Yes, you have your face is covered. You have on sunglasses.
Yeah.
And you're recording the bank, a financial institution. It's pretty obvious that they would call the police on something like that.
On me because I'm recording?
Well, you're also on their property.
I'm on their property.
You were on their property.
Where?
That's why I'm making contact.
Where was I on their property?
This is what I got told.
Oh, so maybe, yeah,
this is the call I got.
ask them and...
I did already. They called me here to make contact with you because you were on the bank's parking lot.
Oh, I was never on their property, yeah.
Okay. I'm explaining to you why I got called.
Oh, okay. So they came over there and just got you because of
Yeah,
that?
I was parked over there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I'm just checking this tree out and checking out this bank.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
You said you were doing some kind of investigation.
Yeah.
Okay. Did they ask you to leave?
Asked me to leave what?
The parking lot.
I was never in the parking lot. Yeah, I've always been out here. You like this tree, though?
I don't, sir. Do you have an ID on you?
You don't like this tree?
Do you have an ID on you?
An ID?
Yes, sir. I understand you were trying to play a game here. That's going to stop real fast.
What,
We're not going to do
a
that.
game? So yeah, so technically right now I'm in charge because you came over to me though while I'm doing my job.
Yeah, I have a legal reason to be here.
I have a legal reason to be here as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not on their property or
Do you have
anything.
an ID on you, sir?
Yeah, I have my ID.
Can I see your
Oh,
ID?
no.
Can't see your ID.
Why would you need my ID?
Well, so far, you were trespassing. The bank is...
So from what I've told you, I've never been on their property, so you're just going to take their word, or?
Step over here with me.
No, I don't want to step on their property.
Right now.
I am?
Yeah.
For what crime?
I just
So without investigating,
Ma'am.
you're going to
This
detain
is part
me?
of an investigation.
So you're going to detain me?
Yes.
What's your name and
I'm
badge?
talking to you. Here's my number.
Can you verbalize it, please, as per your policy?
That's not per my policy.
What's your name and badge? All right, guys, so This guy wants to come over here and detain me. Actually, he's on their property. I'm trespassing you from their property.
Well, you can't do that because it's not.
Oh, well,
property.
you can't trespass me from out here either.
And what else for the reporting party? He says that he's never on their property.
So you lied and told him I was on your property?
Let me explain something to you.
Well, because that's what he told me.
I'm not calling her over here for you guys to argue.
Interesting. So it sounds like you're lying.
Well, she's right here. You can talk to her.
She just said no, so it sounds like you're lying.
That's not what she told me.
So you told him that I was on your property?
I said you were recording my customers, but I don't want to be recorded.
But I was never on your property, right?
I'm not answering that.
Well, that's an important question. Because he told me that you told him that I was on your property. Why would I be on your property? See how she's walking away? That's denial itself.
I gotta explain it. Right.
I'm on public property.
I'll take care of it.
So I'm not being detained. I'm not being detained, am I? See how they just walk away when they get caught in a lie?
Caught in her own contradiction regarding the trespassing claim, the employee's confidence immediately vanishes. Instead of acting like a mature professional and taking responsibility for her mistake, she simply turns her back and walks away. This behavior highlights a very troubling sense of entitlement. Using the police as a personal customer service tool based on a fabricated premise does not just waste valuable taxpayer resources. It creates a highly unpredictable situation for a law-abiding citizen.
Listen.
Caught in a lie.
Listen to me real quick,
Ma'am, you called a guy with a badge and a gun over here and lied to him.
Listen. Well.
And you detained me without even investigating first.
That's part of the investigation.
You don't just detain anybody you want to.
You got any questions?
Do you have any questions?
I asked the questions I needed to ask already.
Why'd you detain me, man?
I just explained it to you.
You don't detain without knowing.
You're trying to tell me how an investigation works, and you
I already know how it works.
I have you here to talk to you to get your side. I brought her here because you said, hold on.
You came over here to detain me.
You asked me a question. You asked me a question, right? Are you going to let me answer or not?
Yeah, I'll let you answer.
Okay. So you asked me a question. When I first approached you, I told you exactly why I came over here.
Okay.
So it's not out of the blue. I just didn't come and bother you.
Right, correct. You were sitting over there. Correct.
For like 30 minutes.
Yeah, correct.
My own business,
correct.
Reports,
me
right?
too. Yep.
Okay. So I got approached.
Yeah.
Saying that you were over here dressed the way you were on the bank's parking lot recording the bank, right?
Okay.
That's what I got.
Yeah.
So I come, I talk to you, I explain to you exactly why I'm talking to you.
Right.
Okay. Told you what she said. You said that's not correct. Go ahead. You said it's not correct. I called her over, right? So she can be confronted with what she told me.
Correct.
She just confirmed.
Man, you guys are busy.
Listen to me. She just confirmed that we both confronted her about what she said.
She didn't confirm anything. She just walked away.
That's my point. I told you she called me over because she said you're on a bank.
Okay. Yeah,
she just came over here and then she said she wouldn't answer the question of whether she told me you were on the property.
But why would you detain me though?
Because, well, if you're on their property recording and they don't want you there.
But they haven't. But shouldn't they tell me, hey, I have to leave?
Yeah, for sure. They can.
Then why would you detain me though?
Because you're on their property.
So anybody can be over here. No. How am I trespassing if how am I listen. How am I trespassing if I was never told to leave?
You're on their property, right?
Correct.
You're not there for a bank purpose.
You don't know that?
I do know that because you didn't go into the bank.
I could be out here just checking it out before I go inside.
Okay.
You can't assume things, right?
It's not an assumption because that
I could still go in there and do my business.
That's my supervisor right there if you want to talk to him.
I have a problem with your detainment. I do.
Yeah. So that's what I was trying to explain to you. You being here, how can I talk to you and confront her with what she told me without you being here?
You just come up and say, hey, can I have a conversation? I have a right to say yes or no. But you can't just come
in that situation, actually.
Sir, if I have not done anything nefarious, no criminal intent, without you knowing, you can't just come up and stop people because you want to.
So my whole point, exactly. I didn't want to come and stop you. I was minding my own business. A citizen approached me from the bank because you were on, this is what she said at the time, that you were on their property dressed the way you were recording them. I didn't approach you just because I wanted to. I approached you because I had a duty to.
Shouldn't you go investigate first?
That's why I came to talk to you.
You don't detain me though. You don't detain me first and then investigate. You investigate and then detain. Unless is that how they teach you here?
Listen to me. Unless there is something that develops where we can communicate psychically to where I don't have to come and talk to you and approach you, that's how it always will be. Okay?
But you can't. I have a problem with your detainment though. Instead of knowing, instead of knowing that if I was on their property or not, you come over here and assume because
you just argued about an investigation. The whole point of an investigation is to find out.
But you don't detain.
The knowing you're talking about, I can't know anything if I don't ask questions, correct?
Or investigate. Look at cameras.
Why would I go and investigate the cameras?
Why would you stop me from my everyday walking and detain me?
Have a good day, buddy.
Have a bad day, buddy.
The auditor makes a very valid point regarding accountability. The primary duty of law enforcement is to investigate facts, not blindly enforce someone's feelings. Unfortunately, the accountability often stops short when it comes to a public worker making a false report. Transparency is a two-way street, and the rules of conduct should apply equally to everyone involved, regardless of the uniform they wear or the desk they sit behind.
Shane straight up lied and said I was on her property, and when she got confronted, she decided to turn around and not stand out here. This officer detained me. We were just checking out this tree, guys, and doing our investigation at the same time. So it looks like this officer is just going to sit here and waste tax dollars. I don't know if this facility here has had problems in the past, but this officer was sitting in the parking lot over there, and then he wanted my ID. Do you still need my ID? You need my ID? No?
Ultimately, a simple pull of the blinds solved everything, proving this entire police response was completely unnecessary. Common sense should always come before wasting tax dollars. If you support exposing the friction between public entitlement and civil rights, hit that subscribe button. I'm Public Friction. Remember, rights not exercised are rights lost. I'll see you on the next one.